Hello again. Back for some more meditation here. Let's see. A little distracted because I was trying to get this mic set up that I have for these videos, and it's just taken a lot more work than I want it to. So hopefully by the next video I'll have that worked out. Alright, so today I think we're going to do a little bit of no-mind meditation. Maybe a little mindfulness. I'm going to go a little freeform today. We'll see how it goes. But I'm a little shorter on time, so it's going to be a shorter one. We're just going to jump straight in. So, get yourself in a seat. Get on your cushion, get in your chair, with your spine erect. And just start by narrowing the focus of your attention. Letting go of all the thoughts and planning and whatever. Letting it all go. When people say letting it go, like let your thoughts go, I think there's an assumption there that it means getting rid of them, destroying them, making them vanish. And if you can do that, then great. If you've developed that as a skill, which it can be developed through concentration practice and other practices. If you can do that, that's great. But usually what I mean is letting go of attachment to the thoughts. So the thoughts can be there as kind of like a background hum. They're there somewhere, but they're just not the primary focus of attention. So that's all. Starting to center your attention in this moment, right here, right now. Doing any little movements, any stretches that'll help you get settled, that'll help you get here, get into your body, get into this moment. And then find stillness. And again, finding stillness can be finding the eye of the storm. It doesn't have to be stopping the storm. In fact, you probably can't do that. Again, unless you've trained to do it. But at least finding the eye of the storm, the stillness in the middle of it all. I want to see if I can demonstrate in my direct experience, and then hopefully in yours as well, the difference between mindfulness and Zazen, or no-mind meditation. So we'll start with mindfulness. And at least, this is the difference in my understanding and experience. I have received some training in meditation directly, but a lot of it has been indirect through reading, videos, talks, and then just my own practice. So bringing your attention to your breath, always as the anchor of your attention in any meditation practice. So you're narrowing the focus of your attention onto your breath. This would be concentration. And now go ahead and see if you can open up your awareness, open up your attention into the broader field of awareness that contains your thoughts, emotions, sensations, and everything that's happening around you in your immediate environment. I kind of imagine it as taking this bubble of awareness that was previously maybe just around my head if I was caught up in my thoughts, and first expanding the bubble to encompass my body, my whole body, so my awareness becomes broader in that sense, where there's a focus on my whole body, and possibly including my thoughts. And then I let that bubble expand even further to fill up my immediate environment. And that can go as far as you want it. It can be the room that you're in, the building you're in, your block, city. You can expand that bubble as much as you'd like. So when your attention is locked onto the present moment and all of the arising phenomena, internal and external, it's kind of like there's a heightened sense of awareness of that phenomena, of what's happening. So whatever sounds are in your environment, you listen very closely. Without attachment. Whatever sensations you experience in your body, you just witness them, observe them, again without attachment, releasing all judgment. It's as if you're experiencing whatever the internal or external phenomena is. It's as if you're experiencing it for the first time. Open, clear, fresh. As I've said previously in other videos, one of the goals or outcomes of mindfulness practice is simply being aware of what's happening. That's it. It's just being aware of what's happening. So often we go into unconsciousness, automatic, autopilot mode. And in this practice, it doesn't necessarily mean you won't go into autopilot mode. It just means that you're practicing becoming aware of when you do. And as you practice, you will catch that faster and faster. You'll notice eventually in an instant, autopilot kicking in, and then you can just see what's happening, and you become present again. So this is mindfulness. I think an easy way of defining it would be awareness of content. Maybe that's too limited, because you can also be aware. You can practice mindfulness of awareness itself. At a certain point, all of these practices, in my experience, they overlap. It becomes difficult to distinguish. But generally, I think that could be true, that mindfulness is about opening up into an awareness of the content that is arising in this moment, whatever experience is arising in this moment. So now we're going to shift gears a little bit. And again, while I have received some training in concentration and mindfulness, Tonglen, a few other types of meditation, I haven't actually received formal training in Zazen. So I've kind of developed my own practice based on what I've heard and read. So this could be completely inaccurate. But I'm just going to go with it anyway because it works for me. So Zazen, I've heard frequently called no-mind meditation. And the distinction that I'm making in my mind between mindfulness and Zazen is, while mindfulness is an awareness of the content that is arising in this moment, the content of your awareness, Zazen, or no mind, is perhaps an emptying of content. Still using the breath as an anchor. But it's kind of like bringing your attention to nothing and seeing if you can do that and hold it there. Emptying out the contents of your mind, not focusing on any arising phenomenon. If there is an analogy, it might be focusing on empty space. almost like you're in a sensory deprivation tank. There's just nothing there. There's no arising experience. Conceptually, it's hard to grasp. It's impossible to grasp, actually. So just letting go of ideas about it, just see what it's like. As much as possible, focusing on no thing. In my own practice, I have blended a lot of these different practices together, and I just kind of move in and out of them. I've heard others suggest that that's not the most effective way of practicing, and there's probably an argument to be made there. But as you attempt to focus on nothing, and empty out, allow your awareness to be empty of content. You may encounter some internal resistance. You may get caught up in thoughts. You may judge yourself, encounter some judgment of, why can't I just focus on nothing? Why can't I be more present? You know, all of the usual judgments that come along with meditation. And if that happens, you can just acknowledge what's happening. That would be maybe stepping back into mindfulness a little bit. Noticing the content that's arising. Oh, I'm lost in thought again. There are judgments. I'm distracted by this or that. And then see if you can just empty. Bring your attention back to nothing. again, conceptually impossible to understand, I think. But experientially, it is possible to encounter this. So we'll be coming to a close shortly. Sometimes I have this similar experience in mindfulness and Zazen of a great sense of relief. Today I was experiencing it. The quality was different. Having trouble coming up with the words here. So I'll just let them come out of my mouth. In mindfulness, there's almost a sense of awe about the beauty. There is a sense of awe about the beauty of the content that's arising, the innate freshness of each moment, the sweetness of the arising. And so that's the feeling. And then a relief of, I guess the relief is maybe not being attached to the content. Just letting it come in the waves that it does, arising and receding with the breath. But in Zazen today, I experienced it as actually a deeper relief. Just ultimate freedom. That's that's the best I can do, really. It's just ultimate freedom. Freedom from the content of awareness. And a sense of oneness with that no thing, with nothing. With nothing that is kind of its own thing, but not really. I love Zen because it gets so logically contradictory, but experientially true. So there's this sense that this no thing, and maybe you could call it consciousness, maybe you could call it awareness, maybe you could call it the divine presence. that it actually is within and penetrates all that is. That's my cat knocking over the camera. There he is. Say hi, Juki. Alright. Okay, we're done. Thanks for joining me today.